Hi guys, how are you doing today? Hope you're staying safe and keeping well. I'm coming to you today with the look from the Fade into Hue from ColourPop. This is a beautiful palette. It has tons of rainbow colors in there, but as you can see, I didn't do a rainbow. I just focused on some purple shades. One of these days I'm going to have to do a side-by-side comparison with the James Charles Morphe palette because that one has a rainbow full of colors as well. I really like this one, so it's going to be hard to beat. Keep watching to see how I did this cut crease. I've already washed my face and moisturized and primed. Today I used the Professional from Benefit Cosmetics in the Pearl Primer. It's got a little bit of a pinky tinge to it. And the first thing I'm going to do is the eyebrows. I'm going to use the Benefit Cosmetics Precisely My Brow in 4.5. This one's been my favorite for a while. They actually went on sale the other day, so I bought 2 more just for when the one I have now runs out. I'm going to outline the shape of my brow, and then I'm going to fill in with some downward strokes and going over, and then I'm going to brush them up and repeat on the bottom. Just followed the shape of my natural brow, but you can see it's really sparse right there, so we're going to fill them in. I haven't been doing my brows too often lately. I've been running super late, and that's one thing I've been skipping, so I'll add the Benefit Cosmetics Gimme Brow just to kind of brush them and make them appear a little bit fuller. Seems to be working. I kind of like it. Then I'll repeat it on the other side real quick. I made that one a little smidge thicker, so when we clean it up, I'm going to try to thin it out a little bit. Probably gonna mess it up, but that's okay. I'm gonna use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer with my Sigma E15 Flat Definer brush. Sorry, I'm a little shaky. I was feeling kind of tired, so I made a coffee for the afternoon, and I normally just drink one a day in the morning, but I was feeling kind of tired, so I was like, okay, let me have another one. So hopefully this goes well. I can tell that I'm already kind of jittery because I'm not used to having to. I kind of want to stop drinking coffee altogether, but every time I do that, I get a wicked migraine. And so I just continue drinking it really so I don't get a migraine. But today, or this afternoon, I was actually tired, and so I decided to have another one. I really hope I don't regret it later, as in can't fall asleep, but I should probably be up, let me see, it's 4 o'clock for maybe 7 more hours. I think I'll be okay. And I decided to go ahead and prime my eyes while I was in here. They're not completely even, but it's definitely closer than what it was. That's fine. Moving on. I'm going to use the ColourPop Fade into Hue palette today. It's full of a bunch of rainbow colors. Love it. So I actually created a look using this palette about 2 weeks ago, and I've been messing around with my background. So I've been using the same background for over a year now, so I was like, okay, let's try to switch it up. So I've gone through a bunch of them, and I thought I settled on one I like, which was like a peachy pink curtain with the lace overlay, and I filmed the tutorial with that background, and I hated it. Not the makeup look, I hated the way it looked with the background. Something with these light backgrounds just reflects off my skin, and it doesn't do me any justice. So I'm trying to recreate the same look. However, I didn't rewatch what I did, so we're gonna kind of recreate, and maybe I'll drop a picture of what that one looked like, and we'll see, make a comparison to see. So I'm gonna start with this shade here. This is called Majestic, this really bright purple pink. Excuse me, this really bright purple shade, and I'm going to use the Morphe M578 brush. You can see my brush still has it on there from last time. And I'm going to try to make the outline with this of the eye. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into above the crease because I'm going to attempt a cut crease today. Since I did do it 2 weeks ago, it should be better today since now I have some practice since I hadn't done one before. So I'm lining just above the crease, creating the shape. I have another one on order. I've been ordering everything from Amazon. Maybe that's not the best choice. I don't know if there's like a specialty place to get backgrounds or something. So you can see it when I look straight to the camera just above the crease, which is exactly what I want for a cut crease. I have a pink background on order. It's supposed to get here tomorrow, so maybe in my next video I'll be using it, or I might hate it again. My husband actually ordered me one. It was kind of a lavenderish white shade. And instead of filming a whole video with it, I just did a little test run, like a short, like 2-minute whatever, and it did not look good. I think anything that is too light or white just does not react well with my skin. And I started this because my brother was watching my videos, and he says that it looks so gray and dark that maybe I need to brighten it up a little bit. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm into constructive criticism, no problem. So I've been trying. I've tried a dark lavender, I've tried beige, white, a few other ones. Nothing seems to be working out, so hopefully this pink shade will. Next, I'm gonna add Paradise using the Morphe Madison Beer brush. They don't have names or numbers, so it looks like that. And I'm just going to blend this one into the edges just to kind of soften it up a little bit. So my brother is also doing some research for me, so he was watching some other makeup tutorials, which by the way he has no interest in, but was just trying to do a solid for me, which I appreciate. It's pretty awesome. He's like, oh, a lot of people don't even use backgrounds. I was like, yeah, someday I might want to do that. But the room that I use is the office. It's kind of a catch-all for everything. So it has my desk, my treadmill, my bookcase, and then it ends up being the room where when we don't know where to put stuff, it just gets thrown in here. So I was like, I'd have to do a lot of cleaning in here and rearranging and figuring out of what to do with stuff before I could do something like that. I think I want to bring the purple a little bit more towards the centers, and that was the Majestic shade. So let me grab the 578 brush again. Give them something a little bit better to blend into. Okay, so I'm going to cut the crease with Revolution Cut Crease Canvas in Illustrate. I'm going to use the brush that comes with the tube, but a mistake I made last time that I won't make again is to pull some of the concealer off. I really like this Revolution Cut Crease Canvas. I've tried to cut a crease before with other brands of concealers, and they don't always cover up the eyeshadow, and this one actually really does, so I appreciate that. Do they look even? Maybe a little bit more here. Whoops. Yeah, probably shouldn't have done that. Messed it up a little bit. Now I'm going to take this Morphe brush from the Sweet Oasis collection and the shade Nouveau. Oops, that's this one, sorry. Nouveau. I think I did this side a little too thick and it hasn't dried yet. Let's go back in with Majestic. I'm not going to get more onto the brush. I'm just going to use what's on there to kind of blend them together a little bit at where they meet. Now I'm going to grab this teeny tiny brush from the Morphe Madison Beer collection, and I'm going to dip into the Zygist? Really dark purple. I'm going to outline the outer V with this one, and the new V that's created by the cut crease, not the natural V. This is why I held off on doing my face makeup, because it was making a big old mess. Now I'm going to grab this brush from Morphe Madison Beer collection. I'm just going to blend. When I'm deciding what to do, I kind of plan my look, but not to the point where I know exactly what I'm doing. So sometimes I just kind of wing it and go on and do whatever. And so that's kind of what I did the first time I did this look. And so now that I'm trying to recreate it, it's really hard because I'm trying to recreate what I already did without remembering exactly what I did. Now I'm going to take the shade Rockstar from Urban Decay 24/7 Glide on Eye Pencil, and I'm going to line the top lash of the eyes. I'll come back and add more to the eyes, finish at the bottom of the lashes, for example. In the meantime, I'm going to switch gears and work on my face complexion stuff. But first I'm going to grab a cleansing towelette. These are from Tarte. I honestly hate the way they smell, but whatever, they get the job done. I used to use baby wipes, but my baby is not a baby anymore, so I don't have any wipes floating around. Also used it to make it a little bit more crisp as well. I'm going to use the Hourglass Vanish Foundation in Warm Beige. This is a stick foundation. And I'm going to grab the Morphe M439 brush to blend that out. I'm being kind of careful by the eyebrows. Sometimes I don't like to do my eyeshadow first just because I have such a hard time not going over my eyebrows, for example, like I just did. But on the flip side, I know this color is really pigmented, and as I mentioned, I did it a couple of weeks ago, and I used, my cleansing balm and my face wash to wash my face, and my eyes were actually stained a little bit purple underneath. I mean, just for maybe another day or so, and once I put makeup on, it covered it right up, so it wasn't really a big deal. But in that case, I was definitely glad that I did this first. I did have better hair for the last video. Now I'm going to use the Tarte Ultra Creamy Shape Tape. I like this one for my mature skin. It's super moisturizing. I'm gonna start blending that out with my Suva 180 brush. Pretty sure in the video that won't be posted, I used all Morphe brushes because I had bought a bunch of new ones that are on sale. I'm also going to use my Rare Beauty concealer brush. It's got this unique diamond shape that I really like to get into the corner. I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish Flawless for the under eye, applied with this Morphe brush, again with no numbers or names. I really appreciate places that put names on their brushes so that you know the exact purpose that they are used for, and it makes it easier to tell other people what you're using. I'm just going to use this under the eyes because everybody says that it leaves a flawless finish and blurs everything and blah blah blah. So I'll give it a try. For the rest of the face, I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder applied with my Morphe Big Brush. I went this morning to get a pedicure. Super excited, of course, that everything is open again. My daughter wanted to go with me, but she's 4 and I was really worried that she was going to spill all the nail polishes on the floor, so I didn't bring her. Okay, so I didn't bring her with me, but when I was there was another lady with her daughter, and her daughter was 4. Her daughter was very well behaved, so then I was like, I started feeling bad because I didn't bring my daughter. Well, maybe next time. I'm going to grab the Morphe 8L Highlight Contour Palette and my Real Techniques 401 brush, and I'm going to take the shade Debutante. Or Donut. I don't know where I saw Debutante, but Donut is the shade. Oh, never mind. Debutante's the one next door. Okay, I'm not completely dumb. Starting at the above the upper ear. Gosh, I can't get my words out now. And coming down, stopping down the center of the eye. But when I did get home, I decided to do my fingernails. See, like that. And these are the Color Street nail polish strips, which I really appreciate to just put them on. So I did put those on my daughter, and I spent a bunch of time because she's got tiny little fingers and the strips are a little bit thicker than for her fingers. And she had them on, I want to say, for maybe half hour. She's like, oh, I'm gonna run upstairs and show Dad. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. And then she came back down and she's like, I'm bored. I was like, do not take those off, please, because I spent so much time putting them on. But yes, she has already scratched off at least one nail. I was kind of bummed. It makes me not want to do it anymore. Or next time I should take her to go get a manicure herself, see if she likes that. Okay, that one, this brush might be a little bit too big for a nose contour. Now look at the hairline. Every time I tell her I'm going to be doing a video, she wants to get in and do it with me. My husband's going to be out of town for a few days, and so I might just take her up on her offer. Although the last time I tried, I think it took me too long to get set up, and she got bored and left, and then I didn't want to record it because she wasn't anywhere near me. I had to watch her, of course, make sure she doesn't hurt the dogs or anything, or wet the floor, which are some of the common things that she likes to do. Now I'm going to grab my NYX Sweet Cheeks palette for blush. I'm going to probably mix these two pink shades here. They don't have any names. And I'm going to use this Morphe angled brush to do it. Again, no name. And I'm going to go back to the palette and I'm going to grab some highlighter from here. Sorry, I have an itch. Cosmic down here in the corner. Ooh, yeah. Oh, and I'm using another Morphe brush. Like I told you, I bought a bunch of them the other day. They're on sale, so why not? I'm always buying brushes. I've decided that like all makeup people or that like doing their makeup, they have a few things that they're obsessed with, and for me, it's brushes and mascaras. For me, it's a little bit of everything, but specifically brushes and mascaras. I have so many brushes. I'm always just looking for the ones that I like the best. And I haven't narrowed it down to just one brand because every brand that I try has 1 or 2 brushes that I really like. Okay, so now that the complexion's done, let's go back to the eyes. I'm going to use Rockstar to line the waterline and the tight line. I really don't want to put my finger on it. I'm going to take my Morphe 578 brush, heading back into Majestic, and I'm going to join this part with the under eye. I'm going to grab this brush from Morphe, and I'm going to take that Zeitgeist shade, just put it on the outer edge of the lower lash line. Trying to be very careful not to create more fallout, but in not being very successful. And I'm going to grab this teeny tiny brush from Morphe and the shade Express, this one here in the corner. I'm going to put some in the inner corner of my eyes. Maybe a little bit on the brows too, the brow bone. I'm going to attempt to put on some lashes today. So first I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs At Lash Mascara to put on a base coat for the top, and then I'll do my bottom lashes. And then I will add some lashes. It always takes me forever. And sometimes I just get so frustrated, I just take them off and end up just leaving my eyelashes natural with mascara, of course. I will be right back. I'm going to put on the Lotus Lashes, these, which is 308, and I'm going to use the Kiss Strip Lash Adhesive to do that. But I'm going to do it off camera so I can get the right angle and see if it can be done quick instead of taking, 10-15 minutes like usual. Be right back. Okay, they're on. I do love them, but they kind of cover up the cut crease a tiny bit. That's okay. We are almost through. Last step for me is to add some lip gloss. I'm going to use the Thrive Cosmetics lip gloss, and this is in the shade Chihiro. Very interesting applicator. My lips drive me crazy. One side always comes out better than the other. See if I can line them into matching better, I guess. That completes the look. I hope you liked it. Not gonna lie, I think the one I did 2 weeks ago was better. I should have watched my own tutorials and then recreated the tutorial the same as I did before. Stay tuned for a new background to see if I do like the peach one or not. Oh, excuse me, the pink one. If it's better than the white, lavender, beige, purple. I don't know. All the other ones I've tried. Otherwise, we'll just continue with the gray. If you like the video, please make sure to hit like. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, Makeup by Christine, or you can follow me on Instagram, also at Makeup by Christine. Thanks for watching. Bye.